Why did he do this? Let's try to find out. Rick joins us now for an exclusive 360 interview. Rick, thanks for being with us. For the record, I just want to get a couple of things clear. You had said you served 2.5 tours in Iraq with the Marines. In fact, you were never a Marine. You were never in Iraq, correct?
This is correct, Anderson.
And you claimed you had gone to Annapolis, to the Naval Academy. You did not go to Annapolis, correct?
That is correct, Anderson.
And you claimed you were at the Pentagon on 9/11. You told a very dramatic story about being in the Pentagon on 9/11. You were never there.
That is correct as well.
Where were you on 9/11?
I was in San Jose, California, watching it in horror on TV with a few other people.
Were you incarcerated?
No, I was not at the time.
Were you in a hospital?
No, not a mental hospital. It was a homeless shelter.
Are you a pathological liar?
I don't think I'm a pathological liar.
Why did you tell all these lies?
It came to be a combination of a couple of things. One, some severely underdiagnosed mental illness, and two, being caught up in the moment of an election and being surrounded by people who were passionate and loved what they did.
Why did you pick veterans? I mean, how did you come up with all these stories that you told?
I came across a man who had been denied his medical benefits because they said the PTSD that he was suffering was a sham. I tried to do what I could to help him by writing letters, by talking to people, by acting as a go-between between elected officials and the gentleman himself, who did not feel he needed to go to elected officials. And one case, in my mind, convinced me that I could help a lot more people.
So you believed you could help more people by then, what, adopting his story as your own story?
No, by putting on a production, which I'm sorry for, which I want to take responsibility for in whichever way that's going to happen. There are, from what I understand, the FBI is looking into this to see if these allegations are, in fact, prosecutable, and it'll go forward from there. Hopefully the people that I hurt can, in some way, gain closure from that, and I myself don't know what I can do short of leaving them alone and not being in their lives to make that happen.
Well, the FBI, as you mentioned, is investigating this group, the Colorado Veterans Alliance, which you started. Can you categorically say that you did not take money from people who thought you were a veteran, that you did not embezzle money essentially from this group?
We did not take money to use on non-veterans projects. I did not enrich myself on this. I did not gain any money from this.
When you found out that it was all unraveling, did you try to hold it together, or what was your reaction?
No, when it was unraveling, when the two gentlemen from the FBI were sitting there talking to me, it unraveled, and I spent the next 3 days in a psychological unit at the Denver City Jail.
Bottom line, you don't believe that you have hurt veterans' causes. You don't believe you have hurt those who stand up and want to talk about PTSD or other issues that are important to vets.
In a way, yeah, I have done that. In a way, I have done that. I don't know exactly in what way, though. It's not for me to say, and time will tell.
Rick Strandlof, I appreciate your time. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
We should also point out he wasn't just doing this for veterans' causes, as he says. He was trying to influence voters how to vote. He was endorsing candidates. He was speaking out on behalf of candidates. He was trying to influence elections, mostly for Democratic candidates. Turns out Rick Strandlof's story isn't that incredible. According to experts, well-told combat tales delivered by accomplished liars have become almost cliche. Joining us on the phone is Doug Sterner, who's cataloged literally hundreds of military fakes on his website, homeofheroes.com. Doug, you just heard Rick Strandlof try to explain himself, basically saying, well, he has a mental illness and he got caught up in the excitement of the election. Do you buy that?
No, I don't. I would find that one of the consistent themes I see in these cases is the people that are involved claim some kind of mental problem caused them to do this.
And what do you think it is that causes them to do this? I mean, do they I mean, clearly this guy, it wasn't just he wanted to be an advocate for veterans. I mean, he was putting himself out on the stage, being on television, trying to get himself out there as much as possible and ultimately raise some money.
Well, first of all, he said to you that he was helping a man, and yet he admitted that the man didn't want help. That's like the Boy Scout helping the little old lady across the street that didn't want to go across the street. What he was doing was looking for a cause to promote himself. I see this repeatedly, and I've had 100 cases just this year like Rick Strandlof's. The FBI gets 50 a week.